on Tuesday in the ninth inning against Cincinnati. I know the bases were loaded, but this was big on another level because you knew what was on the line tonight. I know you kind of allowed that little single that kind of got through and you forced that double play to end the game. Can you kind of put into words kind of what was going through your mind during that ninth inning tonight?
I mean, that ninth inning, I feel like my eyeballs were shaking. You get in those situations like that, and you're just trying to see straight, trying to see between Crouch's legs and see the sign. But I mean, I feel like starting off the season at Ole Miss and being able to kind of build a little bit of a resume, helps me out in those situations. It's just kind of a maturity and learning experience. So I'm out there in the ninth inning, just trying to take it, one pitch at a time. Give it my best stuff, do what I practice all year. It's hopefully, trying to stay here for one more day.
Litch, you had to, in that last inning, and even right before, you had to go against the AAC Player of the Year, Connor Norby, and then Thomas Francisco, who had 3 hits in game one. Can you just talk about what it was like to face these ECU batters, especially for 3 innings?
Yeah, well, I mean, those top 2 guys, Norby and Francisco, are some of the best hitters in the country. The fact that they have those 2 guys hitting back to back at the top of their lineup, is tough. But from a pitching standpoint, Audie talks a lot about just pitching to your strengths. I mean, that's exactly what I did, being able to locate the fastball in on the hands of Norby and move it in and out to Francisco. That's my strengths. I'll stick to that until, somebody proves to me that I need to do something different. And that's usually the game plan for most hitters there.
Take me through that last, double play there. What goes to your mind as you make the pitch, and then obviously the defense makes the play, and now you realize, hey, we're going to the championship game?
I mean, just pure relief. Struggling to throw my breaking ball, so relying heavily on the fastball, and I finally landed a good one on that second to last pitch of the game, which set me up nicely for that last pitch to get the rollover ground ball to shortstop. It's nice when you have Alex Freeland behind you doing, Sports Center top 10 diving catches and stuff. So that's always a good sign when you see it headed his way. And then, final out's made, and it's just everyone's sprinting at me. So I just you black out for a second, and you just kind of yell and scream and jump around and enjoy that. But just trying to remember all that.
Litch, you've been around a lot of UCF teams. You've been here a few years. Obviously, it seems like this season, I mean, you've played against top competition. You played well, Ole Miss, ECU on the road, but haven't always been consistent early in the year. But you guys are playing really well right now. Just from your perspective, from a guy who's been around a few years, what's kind of changed? What's kind of changed to enable you guys to put it all together when it really matters?
I think all year we just struggled to string the wins together, and once we got that feeling of just winning, all the time, you don't want to lose. You win one, you lose one. It's hard to get in a positive mindset all the time. But towards the end of the season, we swept Houston, and then come in the tournament having hot bats. That's all this team needed. It's no different than the team last year when we were just beating up everybody, is what it felt like. But that didn't come as early for us this year. So as long as it comes, then, I think we'll be all right. And it's nice that it's at the end of the season here.
Litch, you had to go 3 innings tonight, something you haven't had to do since March. And of course, it ties the mark for the longest appearance you've had in your college career in this season. How do you approach these games where you have to go in for an extended amount of time?
Audie always talks about having, whether you're coming in the 5th inning or the 9th inning, your job is to close out that inning, and he believes that he's not going to put anybody on the mound who's not going to be able to go out there and throw up a 0. So just being able to treat every inning like it's, the 9th inning for me, knowing that feeling of just get these 3 outs or just make this one pitch, to get me to the next one, whether that's the next inning or the next out.
Which I know obviously, Lovelady's always been high on Hunter Patterson, sees him as a future #1 starter type. It looks like he really grew up tonight. What was your perspective of watching Hunter and what he was able to do out there?
I mean, first of all, I'm extremely proud of him. I definitely told him that after the game. It was nice to tag team a game with that, like somebody, and just to see, the joy for each other, seeing each other after the game. But I spent most of the game in the bullpen, so I didn't get a close look at him. But I mean, it wasn't hard to tell that he was feeling himself up there. I mean, it's must have been fun to watch on TV. I didn't have the best view from all the way over in the little Frenchie's cabana out there. So I'm just really proud of him.
Litch, like Brennan said, you've been here for a couple years. What does it feel like to you to finally go to a conference tournament championship game?
I mean, this is it. This is the best feeling. My whole life growing up, it was never, dreaming about the World Series. You have those dreams of, 3-2 bases loaded in the World Series. Like for me, it was always like D1 baseball. I want to do, something in the College World Series for college baseball. So tomorrow, I'm just gonna try and soak it in. Do whatever I can to recover, so I can hopefully be out there and kind of live up that dream myself. But whether I'm out there on the field or I'm on the bench, that I'm gonna enjoy it.